Okay, today we'll be opening up this K&N oil filter, number PS-2010, and we'll be comparing it to this Champion oil filter, number 41372T. And I got these two oil filters from a very generous viewer whose name is Robert Sprout from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Thanks, Robert. These oil filters fit Robert's 2007 Ford E350 XLT van. Yep, the one with the 5.4 liter V8 engine. Robert usually uses a Motorcraft FL820S oil filter, but wants to know how these look. And these two filters are going to duke it out. It could get ugly, folks. And when the dust clears, we'll see who the winner is. So let's get started. You gotta glue the silicone, get nice and tight. Get your inner here, filtration. Okay, let's look at the K&N and we'll start with the box. Excellent filtration for all types of motor oil. Look over here, it shows you the filters that it crosses over to. And we have the equivalent here of the Champ Labs PH820 that we'll be looking at next, the Champion filter. And it's about all in this box. They got a website right here, knfilters.com. I checked it out, but I couldn't find anything about this filter on there. Alright, let's open it up and see what it looks like. The date code 17MLA28. This is a sticker. And right here it says made in China. And they got a California address here. And it's got this plastic over it. So let's get this off. Okay. This filter has 8 inlet holes. Metal core with louvers, bypass valve at the dome end, 4 grooves there for threads, and a nitro rubber gasket. It looks like it sticks out pretty good. Alright, let's look at the Champion oil filter. We look on here, it says, for professional use only. And right here is the filters that it crosses over to. It says, common interchanges. You see they got the PH820 listed right on there. And they also have a website. I checked it out right here, championautoparts.com. But they don't say nothing about this oil filter on there. Okay, let's open it up and see what it looks like. The date code 110417C. Product of USA. This is a sticker. And really not much more information on here. It says it's got a date here and Champion Auto Parts. For professional use only. Alright. And this filter has 6 inlet holes. Metal core with holes. And I don't see the bypass valve. I'm thinking it's probably up here at the base end. 4 grooves there for threads. And a nitro rubber gasket. Which I don't think sticks out as much as the K&N. No, not quite as much. So the base plates look quite a bit different. They're the same size otherwise. Let's get their weights. The K&N weighs 483.7 grams. Champion weighs 372.4 grams. Alright, let's cut these two oil filters open and see what they look like inside. Be right back. Okay, so let's start with the gaskets. And I'll put the thickness up on the screen. The K&N on the left, Champion on the right. They both look like nice gaskets. Pretty much the same thickness. Okay, and the drain back valves. You can see they cover the inlet holes really nice. The only difference is you got silicone for the K&N, nitro rubber for the Champion. Okay, and base plates. I prefer the K&N. It's got more inlet holes. K&N on the left. The threads, they're the same. Same amount of grooves there for threads. So I would pick the K&N over the Champion. Now, filter element. This is the K&N. It's got a metal crimp seam. I counted 65 pleats. Little gap there, but they're pretty evenly spaced. And I really couldn't find much about this filter, except that it just says it's a high flow premium media. And it's got a bypass valve right here. It's got a setting of 11 to 17 psi. And then it's shiny metal here. A little duller on this side. Yeah, it looks like deep pleats also. There's probably going to be a lot of filter media here. Yeah, so this looks pretty good. And Champion, well, let's look at it here. Let's look at the media. It's got a glued seam right here. Very wavy. And I counted, this one's got 45 pleats. 20 less pleats than the K&N. And a lot of gaps here. This filter here doesn't look too good. Too many gaps. A lot of space in between. You get the metal end caps. And you get the date code also on here. And they got the bypass valve, I believe it's right here. But we're going to get to that in a second. Yeah, so it looks clean though. Overall, it looks all nice and clean. And I couldn't find really anything on this filter either, as far as, you know, micron ratings, or it's probably 99% at 30 microns, and it's probably a synthetic blend media, but I don't know for sure. Okay, the cans. Well, the K&N's got a coil spring. And we'll get to the can in a second, but I want to look at this. It's got a stamp. The Champion's got a stamp leaf spring. And we can see how this works on here. See, you can see that it covers it up. So I'm thinking if it's going into bypass mode, it's somehow the oil is sneaking in between this stamp leaf spring and those holes. See that? It's a weird design. Okay. The cans, let me put the thickness of the cans up on the screen. And I'll put the flutes and the width of the filters also up on the screen. But this K&N is a lot thicker than this Champion oil filter. Champion oil filter is pretty thin. The K&N is like, the metal here is like twice as thick. Yeah, so K&N's got a nice tough can. Now let's get the width on these filters. So the K&N, 2.62 inches wide minus a tenth of an inch. The Champion, 2.58 inches wide minus a tenth of an inch. And this got deep pleats also, but you got 20 extra pleats on this K&N, so I'm going to say the K&N's going to have a lot more filter media. What do you guys think? All right, well, let's cut these two open. And let's see what they look like under a microscope. Be right back. These filters are very long, so I folded them over because they go over my table. But here they are. The K&N filter is 98 inches long, and the Champion filter is 72.5 inches long. Okay, so let's get the thickness on this filter media. This is the K&N filter, 0.78 millimeters thick. And this is the Champion filter, 0.80 millimeters thick. Okay, so here's the filtering side, back side. And if we take a look at these two filter medias under a microscope, they look like they would probably do an equal job of filtering. Let's take a look at that picture. So I think with either media you'd have a pretty good filtering job. But you get a lot more pleats with this K&N, plus 66 square inches of more filter media. So let's take a look at the rest of the filter. So we went over all these other components here. The only thing really to look at is the center cores. And this K&N has louvers. Let's see how they're opened up here. Let me take this light off. Oh yeah, those are opened up. Yeah, those look fine. Those look fine. And the Champion has all these little holes. There's a seam right here. And it's got this strange bypass valve with the holes there. Don't really care for that. Between these two filters, I would take the K&N. What do you guys think? And again, I want to thank Robert for sending me these two oil filters. And I think I'll wrap this video up. And don't forget, Oil Filter Fridays. I try to open up an oil filter every Friday on this YouTube channel. So if you like this video, please hit the like and share and subscribe button. Thanks for watching and take care. The K&N filter media weighs 25.5 grams. The Champ filter media weighs 14.7 grams.